What's up, you guys? It's been a long time. I say that every time I make a video, but I'm here, back again. It is summertime. I'm home for the summer, so I get to record and do stuff whenever I want. I'm no longer in a college dorm where I have zero privacy, so here I am, back again. Guys, I have passed my first year in college as an animation student. It has been a wild time. I don't know what to do with myself anymore now that I'm out of college. So here I am today, gonna share with you some of my experiences and what I've learned. I hope you'll stick around and hear all of my personal thoughts about animation, college, and maybe from this video you'll feel encouraged to explore other options out there if you want to get better at animation. And maybe, you know, this will help you decide if you don't want to go to art college, so bear with me. And this is just my personal experience, my own thoughts. Take for a grain of salt. This can't really represent everyone's experience. This is just my own, so it's personal. But before I begin chatting, I just want to preface that this video is sponsored by Clip Studio Paint. Once again, we have partnered together and I'm so excited to be working with them again. And so while I'm chatting, notice the drawings I'm doing in the background on Clip Studio Paint. I will be giving a sponsored section later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. But today I'll be doodling some emerald and zircon art things for some charms that I'm working on. If you're interested in checking out that, I will definitely be updating on my Instagram, but I'm happy to be here today with Clip Studio Paint, and hopefully through this video you'll find something new and exciting and come along and draw with me. So I don't know what you're doing today, if you're just sitting watching or if you're drawing with me. I mean, we're here together. I'm just, you know, sitting down. I have my tea. The last video I sat down and recorded was one of me talking about going to college. So here I am back from college and ready to share what I have learned. Okay, so first off, what did I enjoy the most about animation school? I mean, I'm still a freshman. I've got time to find more things to enjoy, but what did I enjoy most so far? And I would say the number one, hands down, would be the community. That was a desire I had to make friends and like-minded people who, you know, liked anime, liked quirky art things, because that's who I am. I love anime, I love animation, and I want people who understand that, and I got that, you know, and that was the best part, I feel. And especially when it came to skills I lacked, I loved seeing my classmates shine in different areas that I still want to grow in, and it was a healthy community for me. I know some art colleges can be a bit competitive, and I really didn't want that, you know. I'm not a competitive person, so I just wanted to be friends with everyone and encourage everyone, and I feel like I got the opportunity to do that. And I love my classmates. They're so talented. I think they have so much potential. They're all so kind to everyone and so encouraging. Like, there wasn't a moment where someone wasn't going over to another Cintiq and just saying, wow, like, I want to see what you're doing. Like, this is so cool. And it just felt like every time you would go into the animation lab, like, you felt lifted up and encouraged, and that's really awesome. What challenged me the most about this experience is definitely the time needed to complete the work. I think something people underestimate with an animation degree is that it takes a lot of time to focus on those dumb general education classes as much as you want to focus on your major specific classes. Now, I know there are art and animation colleges out there that don't make you take, you know, general education classes, but my university did, and they love piling on just the most tedious, unnecessary classes. What sucked is just having to sacrifice time towards my animation, and I had to put time into my writing or my textbook reading and stuff, and it was just annoying because I would sit there being like, I could be working on some great animation assignment, but here I am sitting here wishing that I wasn't reading a textbook for 3 hours. You know, it's just, that was what really challenged me. But you know, at the end of the year, I think I got a good balance of putting in the minimal amount of effort into those classes. Another challenge I had to face was definitely moving away from personal projects and YouTube. That was the biggest sacrifice, and I didn't really make it official because I couldn't do that to myself. But going into college, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make YouTube videos. I don't think I'm gonna be able to work on my own animations. I tried, I really did. I tried working on some animation, but it wasn't clicking because I had so much other stuff to do, and I had to come to terms with that, and I think that's okay, you know, taking a break from something to focus 100% on what education I paid for. Before we continue on to more of my personal stories from college and talking about my short film and everything, I'd like to talk about today's sponsor, which is Clip Studio Paint. For those of you who may not know, Clip Studio Paint is a digital art software. It is the one I've been using in this video. It is capable of so many things. You can do just regular digital drawing, you can do animations in Clip Studio Paint, you can do graphic novels or webtoons with Clip Studio Paint, you can edit photos, and you can do graphic design. It's really full of so much potential. Today, Clip Studio Paint is offering you all a free 3-month trial. Check out the link down below in the description if you're interested. Some of the things I love about Clip Studio Paint is it feels like it's truly geared towards digital drawers. My favorite part about Clip Studio Paint is probably all of the brush selections they have. I don't feel like I have to go online to download specific brushes. I can already use the great ones they have, and if I do want to go download another brush, Clip Studio Paint also has a way to do that. So I love the variety they have. It makes me feel like I'm actually drawing anime art on a digital software. Thank you to Clip Studio Paint for sponsoring this video, and if you're interested in that amazing 3 free months, then check out the link below. See if you like it, because I do. It's a perfect blend between Paint Tool SCI and Photoshop, so that's my recommendation from me. Okay, back to our video. So, creating my own short film. The rules for our short films were the same as CalArts. They're freshman films as well, which is a 1-minute pantomime black and white short film. And what pantomime is that it has no voice acting. And the challenge is to be able to tell a story without needing the voice acting or needing someone talking to explain it. We could really focus on the visual storytelling. And black and white was simply just for time purposes. Our professor wanted us to make sure we had enough time to complete the film. If you've seen my animation short film, I'll show some clips right now. I definitely colored it. I started out with black and white, but I went to color, and that was just something I wanted to do. Not because I wanted to show off, just because I felt that that's how I tell stories. I think color is really important and can move people, and I really wanted to add color to mine. And I was able to complete it a week early, so that's pat myself on the back. This was my first time creating an actual short film with characters and no music trying to direct the story, because from animation memes and stuff, I use music to tell the story, but this time it was like, oh, I have to tell the story and then have music after to accent the story. That was what was really challenging, was coming up with something and having nothing to go off of. No voice acting, no script, no music, just my own brain. So when I sat down during class to pitch to my professor, I had two ideas that I brought to the table. One of them was more like, you know, typical CalArts Disney style short film with new characters, new plot, new everything. And then I also pitched Clicks, which was with my Jewel sister characters, with a story I've been thinking about for a long time. It's very much different and it's very basic, but it has a heartwarming message that's personal to me. And it was difficult because I loved that idea, but when pitching it to him, he was like, I like the other story better. I think Clicks is sweet, but you know, I think the other one is stronger story-wise. And it was really difficult for me because that was when I had to decide for myself, what do I want to make in animation? And I chose Clicks because I want to make heartwarming stories. I want to make anime, basically. And even though that's not his style or what he prefers, I had to be confident in the fact that I want to make anime. Like, that's what I know I want to do. And Clicks was personal to me because I wanted to tell a story based around friendships, what it feels to be left behind by a clique. It's a topic I'm passionate about. I understand what it feels like to be in that situation, and I wanted to share that with others, and I think that was a good decision. Though I knew what I wanted to make and I was confident, that did not stop me from constantly doubting myself. I would not stop rambling about it's not good enough, it's not gonna make sense, I don't think people are gonna like it, it's not as good as my classmates, I don't think I'm a good storyteller, I don't think I could do this. And it was just on and on and on about that. And it was hard coming to terms with it needs to be simple, you know, the simpler the better. And because I want people to cry when watching my stuff. I want people to feel touched and moved, but you only have a minute, so what can you do with that? And it's black and white, and you don't have voices, so what can you do? How can you tell a moving story in a minute, which is that? Going through this, you have to learn everything. You have to write the story, you have to do the storyboards, you have to create the character designs, the environment designs, you have to animate it, you have to color it, you have to edit it, you have to export it. And I am not a fan of storyboarding, is what I found. But you know, when I was feeling let down about my lack of skill or interest in storyboarding, that's kind of where I stepped in and relied on my peers and classmates and upperclassmen. I would share with them that, you know, what do you think of this? Am I on the right track? What do you think could be better? And that was the biggest benefit, was constantly asking my classmates for their thoughts and criticisms and opinions. And I encourage you guys to do that as well if you ever go to animation schools, to lean on your peers and classmates to share with you what they think, because you see things differently than they do, and they may really appreciate something that you want to get rid of. And my friends really told me, they're like, I've never seen someone like talk about friendship in that kind of way and capture how real it feels when someone leaves you behind for their clique. And I think you should tell that story. I think it's personal. I think people will connect with it. Because the big thing this whole semester was the premiere night. And at this premiere night, we would have the upperclassmen film show, and then 5 of our freshman films premiered. And my class is a class of 15, and only 5 would get to show their films. And so that was looming over my head the entire semester, like, oh, my classmates gonna get picked because their stories are what people want to see, and mine's like anime. I don't know, it's the story, the pacing is all different. I don't think it'll connect with people as much. I don't think it's good enough. It's with my own characters, this is gonna make sense. And I would just beat myself up about that because I didn't think it was worthy enough to show in the premiere night. My film did get chosen. I was expecting to just go and support my classmates, but it got chosen, and I got teary-eyed when I got an email about that. I was like, what? My film is gonna show? I was with my friends when I received the email, and it was just, I was so happy. But the premiere night was so fun. It was on the Warner Brothers lot, like the actual set with the fake buildings and stuff where they shoot movies and all that, and the theater where they do premieres. It was there, this big giant screen, and I was like, I've never had my films shown from, or just my animations in general, shown in front of a live audience like this. And, you know, I've had screenings with my family and friends and stuff, but never like a huge audience with all of my upperclassmen and professors and people in the industry there watching. And it was surreal. It was so surreal. And my film was the last to play of my freshman class, and it was the only one with music, so that definitely caught everyone off guard. So I think I made an impression. So I'm really happy with how the year ended, and I'm really happy with how much I've grown. I feel like the short film is proof of how far I've come, and I am so excited to see what challenges I face in the future. College isn't the only answer to getting a job or to get successful or to get good at animation. That is just what I wanted, and that's okay. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have gone to college if I didn't want that community, but I wanted people in my life, so that was what was most important to me. So yeah, that is basically my journey thus far. Thank you again to Clip Studio Paint for sponsoring this and giving me the opportunity to make more videos, and also letting me use your software because it's the only drawing software I use now. Hopefully you enjoyed the little drawings I was doing today. I hope to hear and see and chat with you guys soon. Bye guys!